Yo, what's up guys? So in the previous video, I'd asked you guys if you want to see me do a review of Monkey Moon against G2 in the RLCS World Championship Grand Final that just happened. And a lot of you guys said yeah, so here I am. I'm going to be doing it, and there's a big reason why I'm highlighting Monkey Moon. I mentioned this in a previous video, but he is one of those players that you guys can actually recreate what he's doing. He's not overdoing it with mechanics. He's not doing anything crazy. He's positioning the right way every single time. He's trying to just play in a way that's efficient and consistent. Stays grounded, saves his boost, doesn't over air roll when he's going for aerials, stuff like that. So we're gonna highlight all these things, and you're gonna see how he dominates some of the best players in the games. And he's been doing it for years. You're gonna see exactly what makes him so hard to play against, especially in the 3v3 mode. This is where he shines the most for sure. But actually, fun fact, Monkey did used to watch my videos. So if you guys are trying to aspire to be a pro player, Monkey was once here watching these kind of videos as a diamond player. I could put the tweet up on the screen. He said something like that on my Twitter, but yeah, that's a pretty cool fun fact. So there might be a few Monkey Moons watching this right now that end up being the future GOATs of Rocket League. So take a look at this gameplay. Let's get into it. I'm going to try not to stop too much, but it is valuable to stop and analyze. So if you guys do want to take value from this and you do want to improve, please do watch, even if there's a couple of, pauses here and there. But it's 1 5-minute game, and I want to highlight the things that he does well. So let's get into it. I haven't watched this video yet from his perspective. Kind of just go through what I see, but let's get into it. As for the kickoff, anything special? Just trying to kill it, and then a pretty aggressive cheat, it looks like. Instantly goes for a double. A little bit arrow there. Let's bump. Something that you should keep in mind about Monkey, the only time he'll flip is if he has a straight line back to his corner boost like that. Other than that, he's going to drive around the field like this. Slow speed. He's not going to flip around. This is a really big thing to keep an eye on. The only time he'll commit to a flip is if he has to go straight back. So that's a really big thing that off the bat, a lot of other players don't do it as well as he does. He picks his timing on when he's actually going to flip around the field very well. Because flipping actually leaves you vulnerable. Allows you to get demoed. Also commits you to a straight line of the field for about a second, which isn't great. Staying grounded allows you to move a lot. So it might actually look like his gameplay is slow. But look, right place, right time again. Actually really good cutoff from Daniel. He's just clearing his ball out. Takes the back boost, saves it. Trying to just block net. Good job. Stays close here. Hops to air dribble, gets a 50. Goes for second 50. A lot of the way he's trying to think about the game as well is just trying to position in the spots that his teammates are. So pay attention to that as well. Look where his teammates are here. Look where he's positioned. And look how he just ends up. It looks like the ball just always comes to him. It looks like the ball is always in an easy spot for him to go for it. That's what good positioning looks like. When you never look awkward when you're going for a ball. See how it just looks easy for him. Look how ahead. Who jumped for this ball? There's a top. Oh, Daniel, bro. Daniel gets absolutely destroyed to this ball. It wasn't even close. Look how simple. Look how high a Monkey Moon is, man. And like it's the little things like this where like he's just in such a good position, and he's driving around so slow. Like just looking at the field, grabbing these pads, good pathing. Gets the beat, and Atomic's an awkward spot. Has to go quick. Exotic to Drawley over one. Gonna wait, and again he's just waiting with full boost, right? Look what he's doing. Full boost, driving around the field. Look how this is slow gameplay. A lot of you guys would look at this and be like, wow, it looks so slow. Look at this, looks that. This is how you should be playing this game. You should be always having boost. If this ball comes to him and ends up being his turn, he's gonna be able to deal with whatever comes his way. Let's see what happens. Exotic, mid touch, and he scores. And he scores. Look at that. He's just driving in the middle of the field, 100 boosts. Ball comes to him. Doesn't overcomplicate it. He gets his touch. Only costs 40 boosts to get the touch. He would have landed with 50. Could drive around the field. Look how difficult this is for the G2 players as well. Look at the defenders here. It looks so hard from the defender POV, right? What do you do about that? It's just good positioning. He didn't do anything crazy. He just positioned well. Has the full boost and staying midfield, covering that space. Going for a purposeful back left loss there to Drawley. Drawley beats 2 players. Let's see what he does here. He's gonna pre-jump shot again the way. That's smart. Very, very smart. Waiting on the mid boost here. It's actually interesting. Stays grounded. Does flip there. You don't see many players do this front flip, and he's still doing this front flip. Let's move around the field. Which is interesting. Staying middle of the field. With his boost. Again, just staying grounded, and they get a goal. This ball play from Jolly. What does Jolly do here? Pops into an air dribble. Just goes for 50. Exotic. Was Exotic kind of doing a monkey man here? Just kind of driving behind him? Yeah, they're all good at just being patient and just driving and going for the ball when they have to. This is not at all what you see from NA. This kind of plays. This is just not what you see from NA players usually. Truthfully, the reason why I was one of the most successful NA players, if not the most, I think I actually was the most successful NA player. I had the most like international LAN wins, stuff like that. The reason why that was is because I always tried to copy the European players. I tried to copy the turbos, the K-Dops, like try to incorporate the team aspect while also having good mechanics was like my goal, my main way of wanting to play. And I do highly recommend if you guys are going to copy anybody, don't copy the super highly mechanical NA guys that don't pass the ball and they're not team oriented. Copy these guys, man. These are the guys that are going to get you results. These are the guys that are going to teach you how to play the team game that it is. It is a team game after all, and that's how you win games using your team. So make sure you're always trying to play in a way that's benefiting your team, like Monkeyman. All these guys are doing it well, to be honest. That's what I always try to do. If I ever felt lost in terms of what evolution I should make to my game, I would look at the best European players, see how they're positioning, stuff like that. Look how simple, like everything looks so simple. I feel like he's always in the middle of the field, doesn't matter how much boost he has. He actually messed up there. He hasn't done stuff this game that you guys can't do. Like, there's nothing this game that he's done that if you guys are like high GC, you could even potentially do it. It's just a matter of like being consistent with your touches. And his positioning is just so smart, bro. Positioning is so smart. That's the part that takes so many hours, man. He's there for the touch. It's actually not that great of a touch. It's a great follow from Exotic. Fake from Drawley is genius, I'm not gonna lie. And then a fake from Exotic. Wait, what? Drawley with the fake to the side, and then Exotic has a chance to flip here, like top corner shot. Atomic's covering that. He doesn't flip, and then he back flips. That was actually so smart. So watch beast mode perspective, you'll see how hard this is to deal with. That was so smart from Exotic. Bro, that's so hard to deal with, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and then the back hole guy's waiting for that high touch, never comes through. He thought it was gonna be a 50 if it ended up being that late. So Monkeyman's always their kickoff guy, it looks like. Just grabbing these pads, staying grounded now. He's last for a bit. You go squishy save. Can't save it, it's hard. Good shot from Atomic. That is hard. He was alone for so long. Grabs the mid boost here. Nice. Not even a commit here. You're just baiting. Look at the cut. This is how he aerials 90% of the time, by the way. It's just double jump and like don't air roll. Just kind of just point your card toward the ball and get in touch. That's like 90% of how he goes for the ball. He very rarely goes for like a crazy touch. Look how he... Oh my gosh, I remember this shot. Look how he jumps for this, by the way. That's the shot. That's all he did. Not a single... I don't think he touched his arrow button. Look how simple that was, bro. He's the GOAT. I'm sorry. He just makes the game look so easy, man. Nothing. This is the World Championship Grand Final. Calm, cool, collected. Just again, just driving up the field, driving middle of the field. He jumps. And also because of the lack, honestly, because of the lack of air roll that he has on the shot, I guarantee you, Daniel's in net, I guarantee you it looks impossible to save. I guarantee you it looks so hard to save. Let's see. Because he just doesn't air roll. Yeah, dude, that's so hard. You can't tell where the ball's going. Is someone else in net here? It's Daniel. See, you can't tell where it's going until the very end because of the way he's shooting it. Like, at this point, it could go, it could still go here. It can go here. It can go like here even. It can go here. It can go even here potentially. And it goes top corner. Like, that's just insane. Also, can we talk about, I need to highlight this as well. This pass from Drawley as a young player, looking for this pass on full boost, not trying to peek. He has full boost here. He could definitely go for a shot. He can go for some crazy touch. He goes for a mid pass to Monkey Moon, which was perfect, by the way. Like, literally perfect. And then also Exotic looking for Drawley here. I think this is intentional. Yep, hits it to Drawley's corner. Drawley to Monkey. Monkey with just the calmest shot you'll ever see. And then from G2's perspective, what do? All these touches are around the player, and all the touches are just well thought out. And this is why you copied the European players, man. These guys are insanely smart with what they do. They're so intentional about how they approach the game. Insane that that's the shot from Monkey. I was just talking about how he aerials, and look at the aerial. Just not even one bit of aerial. Just tilted back, perfect shot. And barely used any boost as well. That's a back corner. Instantly up. Doesn't even give them a chance to start an air dribble. They make G2 look so easy to play here, I'm not gonna lie. G2's barely gotten anything going. What a flick. What? And this is what I mean. This is the difference between NA and EU, right? What actually gets accomplished by doing this? What genuinely gets accomplished by doing this? Okay, this is like a 1 in 1,000 flick. This doesn't happen. This kind of flick getting this power does not happen. This is like such a low percentage thing that will ever happen this flick. And what comes of it? He used all his boost. He's falling into their net for a while. Ball goes back wall, and then there's a guy that has to follow. It's Atomic. He gets a poor touch. He wasted all his boost, so now Daniel landed no boost. Atomic landed no boost. And all that means is Beast Mode, who just got demoed. I think he just got demoed. Did he just get demoed? He got demoed. So the only guy that can actually help out after that play is gone. So their whole play's done, basically. That's a good flick from Dan. But you notice their approach is very different from G2. The approach is very mechanical, attempting these like very peaky solo plays that if they do work, it comes out, it looks really good. But you know, when you're playing a team that's just absolutely dismantling in this way, it's so hard, man. They're suffocating every bit of boost. They're everywhere on the field. Like, this is a great example. Look at Exotic. Doesn't overcomplicate it. Has the ball in the corner. Fakes that touch and then gets touch mid. Monkey's just there. Blocks the net. Like, just make sure that he blocks the angle Daniel's trying to block. That way it's going to spill out mid. And draw all this time. And then, on top of that, Monkey goes for the bump with his ball cam on. Just trying to block the path that a defender would have to be in. And then from Beast Mode's perspective, it's going to look a little bit awkward. It looks like Monkey's going for the bump. Yeah. There's not many ways for him to get to that ball. It's beautifully played. Minute left. 4 goals up. 4 goals up. Gets that mid boost. Just going to hold on to it now. He's got 90 boost. Just strolling around the field. Goes forward because he has some time too. See what he does. The front flips are so crazy to me. He's still front flipping. That's a poor challenge. They might be getting a little antsy here. They're up by a lot, feeling confident. This is a bad challenge. But also kind of unlucky because Jolly got bumped into it. Would have been fine if Jolly didn't get bumped. But as last man, you don't really want to be going all in like that. Only mistake that I've seen, like obvious mistake of the game. But you can't be too critical when you're up that many goals. Usually the players play a little different. The cut. Just stays grounded though. It just looks calm. Looks fine. Look how easily he deals with this. Oh my gosh. Atomic's going for a bump. He was supersonic toward his back post. Cancels that to make Atomic go like flying by him, which all it took was an L2 press. All it took was pressing reverse for a second. His break. Atomic goes flying past. Now he's in a 1v1 beast mode on full boost. Beast mode on full boost, he's on like 12 basically by the time he jumps. He jumps up, simply gets it. And he clears the ball. It's over 3. He gets it past everybody from a 1v2. He gets it past everybody. And they're in an awkward spot. And then he cuts it out as well. He stays immediately central. Cuts out that space and just, what can they do? And then Beast Mode was probably on the other side for this, right? He was, yeah. It was supposed to be a pass to Beast. $30 seconds left. 50, and he leaves it. Doesn't try to do too much. He's actually flipping a lot more than I remember him flipping in this, but he's only flipping when there's no danger of the ball getting touched anymore, which I noticed. So like, there's no way anyone can touch this ball here, and he sees that, so he flips. He commits that touch. And Daniel can only hit it right side. The fake. And they're just playing lead at this point, you could tell. That's a very passive approach. Good follow. Good pass as well. His touch is always intentional. Touch is always to a teammate. He's always trying to make sure there's a reason for what he's doing. Trying to block this. Yeah, he blocks his high approach, forces him low, and that's the game. Not much they could do there anyway. Obviously, they're down 3 goals, but there you have it. I mean, that's just a great example. I was honestly picking a random game for the grand final. I picked any game from the grand final, and he ended up absolutely dominating. So it's a great example of playing simple, playing efficient is the way to go. I mean, Drawley's an insanely good rookie, by the way. Got to highlight Drawley. He played mechanically insane. He's also a very smart player, very team-oriented player. That's the thing about EU's up-and-coming players that end up being good, is they're actually using each other. They're actually willing to use their teammates. Zen did it last year. Drawley did it this year. And you need players like that to actually succeed in a team. And G2 is actually pretty good at that. When they're playing well and they're peaking, they're using each other pretty well, but they didn't do it that much in this grand final. On LAN, this whole LAN in general, they didn't look as connected as usual, but regardless, BDS did this to every single team up until this grand final, and they did it to G2 in the grand final as well. And Monkeyman played the exact same the whole way through, always shows up the same player. I think that's because there's very little he can do wrong in the way he plays. Saves his boost, positions well, and he goes for these shots in a way that's just efficient. He doesn't over air roll, he doesn't overcomplicate things. He's just there, he's intentional, and he gets the job done. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you guys are watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I love y'all, and check out my Twitch. I've been streaming every single day on Twitch, by the way. Link's always down below in the description. Love y'all. See you on the next. Peace.